Well, hello, and good morning or good afternoon to you guys. I'm sure you know by now, today is a digital day. Although we are in person, we are still having a digital day in the event that something like COVID would happen again or anything of that nature, and we did have to go virtual. We want to make sure that you guys are able to access all of the materials and know where to go, what to do, all that wonderful stuff. Also, when it comes to my class, it's very important that you are able to watch these videos, listen to the things that I'm telling you, um, because you're going to be doing this each week that I'm out until I come back. So it's really good practice for me as far as making the videos and for you as far as watching and listening to the videos to know what to do. So welcome to Miss Wombles and Miss Clemens's Digital Day, November the 11th. 2022. Now today is actually a very, very special day. The 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month every single year is an incredibly important day. You probably already know what I'm talking about, but in case you don't, did you know why it's so important? Hopefully you do, because it is Veterans Day. So I'm just sharing this little tidbit of information because I have come from other school systems in the past that have done things on Veterans Day, and Putnam doesn't have a as far as a program, so I think that it's still important that we know about this day. So here's a couple of little fun facts about Veterans Day. It wasn't always called Veterans Day. It was originally called Armistice Day, and it actually got that name because um, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month is when the armistice of World War I was signed, and that was to end that war, to put the guns down and stop the fighting. Um, Pretty cool fact that Britain, Canada, Australia, and France also celebrate their veterans on this same day. And a lot of people get Memorial Day and Veterans Day confused, but the difference is Memorial Day is for really only those that have passed on to another place, and Veterans Day is for all veterans living or dead. So there's just some cool little facts. All right, moving on. What are your goals for today? Well, number one, you're going to kind of pretend that Miss Clemens and I are not in the room, although we really are. Um, we are going to ghost you. So pretend that we are ghosts. Okay? This is a test, essentially, to see how well you are watching and listening, paying attention to what you're supposed to be doing. The first thing I want you to do is to complete your warm up. And remember, it's Friday, so it's your choice, men bean or liftoff. Number two is to complete any missing work mentioned earlier. Number three is to actually work on your writing and your RI4 IXL links. We will, however, ghost a conference with each student on their writing. We're just going to do a little check-in to see where you are with your narrative because it is due 1 week from today, and we want to make sure that you're on track, and it's important. So our ghosts will be calling you up to have a little conference with your narrative in no red ink. Okay, so I think it's really important that we look at these deadlines. They're on the board. They're on my board. They have been on the Google slide each day, but here they are again for you to reference. RL3 Progress Learning was already due on Tuesday, 11/8. RL3 Brain Pops was due on Tuesday, 11/8. RL3 IXL link, there was only one for that, was due on Tuesday, 11/8. There are a handful of people that did not take the Navi on Wednesday, so I will be emailing you if you owe me any kind of work, but especially the RL3 Navi. RI4 progress learning is due now. So I've already started putting those in Infinite Campus. Your MemBean weekly vocabulary training is due today. RI4 IXL links are due by Wednesday, 11/16. So if you go on to, and what I can do is do a little tutorial here. So let's hit that. We're going to go into ClassLink. I'm going to make sure that you know exactly where to find this, just in case there's any confusion. I'll scroll on down here to my Canvas. And in Canvas, you're going to go to your respective class. And then you're going to look at the button that says IXL Practice Links right here. You're going to click on that button. And you will notice that RI4 has been added to the Wakelet. Context clues, connotation and denotation, which was our mini lesson yesterday, and analyzing effects of figures of speech on mood and tone. Okay, so these will greatly help you on your next Navi. It is pretty much your choice where you want to start with that, but those three will be averaged together for a grade next week. So I'm going to go back into our presentation here. And progress reports, don't forget they go home on Wednesday, 11/16. Very important that you get the work turned in. You don't want any zeros on your progress report because you know, or missing work calculates as a zero. So you don't want any of that to go home and affect your grade. Your RI4 next Navi is Thursday, 11/17. And RL2 final retake for those that have that loaded in their progress learning because you didn't pass the second retake on it. All of that work is due by 11/18, along with your last and final major writing assignment of second 9 weeks, your W3 narrative. So if you have any questions, this is how you're going to have to address the questions today, is going to be through email, because on a typical digital learning day, you would only be able to email me. So if you have a question, you open up your email and email me your question. That is the best way to get in touch with me when I'm not there. Remember, technically, I'm not there today, and Ms. Clemens is not there. The only conversation that we're really going to be having is that about your W3 narrative. So we will be ghosts in the room. So I hope that you have and I'm sure Miss Clemens does too, even though she's not on the video, have a fabulous Friday, and thank a veteran today, because we have so many wonderful, amazing freedoms because of what they've done for us. Fighting for our freedoms, and not always in the greatest of conditions. So yeah, thank a veteran today. And one last thing. I will be giving out MemBean candy, and is there anything else? Oh yeah, house points will still go in. And this is again a test. Are you listening? Are you watching? Do you get it? Because this is how it's going to be when I go out on my medical leave. And I want us all to be successful. Thank you so much for watching my video. And